Welcome back everyone to Magius Plays Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Last time we climbed to the top of this tower and got that taken care of. This time, we're going to get some ores. If I can figure out how to get up to this thing. Well, maybe not the best way to do that, but it worked eventually. And just a couple bits of salt there. Takes care of them pretty quick. Now you can see here, the signal there gets stronger the more directly you are moving toward a shrine. If you're moving slightly toward it, it's pings slightly. If you're moving directly toward it, it pings a lot. And if you're not moving toward it at all, it's perfectly quiet. Hopefully I get something more useful out of one of these than just salt and flint. Well, not that salt's not entirely useful, it's another good cooking material. Yeah, I'll go ahead and get that. It's not as useful as some of the rarer gems. Like amber. Okay, we've got more amber than we probably need for a while, but here's the shrine. Now, there are two others around here that we could climb up to and do now. But we're going to get something later that'll make dealing with those a lot easier. So, let's just head in here, see what we get. I think this one is a pretty interesting one. You have these switches, which trigger these platforms. And you need to keep the momentum of the ball on top of the platforms in mind, otherwise it's going to go flying off the edge. First one, not very difficult, just there to get you a feel for what's going on. This one, however, you need to be very careful about the timing on it. Even knowing what to do on it, that almost went off the edge. That brings us up to here. Brings us to the next one, which this one, if I remember correctly, yeah, this one's even trickier. So you need to get that up to speed, and then release it at just the right moment to throw it onto the platform. Now then, the treasure chest in this one is also rather interesting. Not as interesting as some of the later ones, but still a little bit tricky. So shoot that over there. Okay, that's not quite going to work, so set that down there so we can get to it. Then put that down. Flips this around so we can get up here and get the chest. Gets us a bandana. A pretty decent defense on it. And it'll help us climb faster. See how fast we went up before. That's how quickly we go up now. That'll definitely make climbing around a lot easier in here, in this game. It's our second spirit from the orb. Now we're right on track to get another heart container as soon as we get another goddess statue. Which that's still going to be a bit. And another upside, that's one less piece of equipment that we're going to need to buy at Kakariko in order to get by. Should be able to bomb this. And what's in here? Another bow. Yeah, we can drop this bow. Because that one is slightly better. All around. More damage. More durability. It's picking up one of the shrines that we're not going to do anything with yet. Pick this up. And I should be able to give them quite the hello. Hello. Now that brings up something interesting. When you light some ground brush on fire, it creates an updraft that you can use to get up high into the air. That's about ready to bust. So, here we have our first instance of a boomerang. Boomerangs are rather interesting weapons that you can throw, as with any weapon. And if you don't hit the target you were throwing at, it comes right back to you and you can immediately pick it up again. Like this. Kind of interesting. Don't really use them too much. But they are nice to have. I'm not a big fan of the claymores, so grab the spear because that's what I like best. Don't think there's a... Not seeing anything back this way to keep our interest. But there are a couple more mining spots up here. So let's grab those. Got things are rock salt. Amber and flint. That was a good trip. Here, more flint and amber. Just around the corner here, we have our next shrine. This one has spiky stuff growing all around it, so you need to jump down from a height, and then you can just walk right in. It's not terribly hard to get to. And here we are. Now, this one is a little bit interesting. Once again, you have water that you need to manipulate around in order to get across it with the Cryonis rune. And there are plenty of bottomless pits for you to fall into. Let's see if we can do this from over here without having to crawl around all over the place there. Yep. So what you want to do for this one, set up a barrier there, set up a barrier there, and set up a barrier there. That way when the sphere comes rolling down, it bounces where you want it to go, and not down into the depths. Still another chest here that we want to grab before we move on. And that one's really easy to get. That up. That up. And we can climb right up to it. Hey, gets us some money. That's useful. That stuff we'll need to sell to pay for our clothes addiction. And with all that taken care of, we can pop right in here, talk to this guy, and we're done, just like that. Spirit Orb number 3. Okay. Now we've cleared out the shrine, everything around it is gone, which is good because I don't know how we would have gotten over that from the inside. Good evening. Don't see a whole lot of travelers passing through here. You know, with how peaceful it is around here, it's sometimes easy to forget that the world almost ended years ago. But there are still monsters wandering around, and the area near Hyrule Castle is especially dangerous. If you're going to be traveling, you should know a thing or two about elixirs. Elixirs? You can make elixirs by mixing bugs and other small creatures with monster parts. Most of them are no good for refilling your health, but they can have a lot of unique effects. Some elixirs can increase your speed, others raise your resistance to extreme temperatures. I'm actually impressed that you've made it this far without any knowledge of elixirs. I can't have it on my conscience if something happens to you here, so I'll give you one of mine. This gives you a movement speed buff for a couple minutes. Using a hasty elixir increases your run speed, so I use it to escape from enemies or anytime I need to hurry. The recipe is just high-tailed lizard and monster parts, so I usually have a stock of 10 or so on hand. Yeah, these can be useful to have. I generally don't use them that much because I prefer grabbing equipment that does the same thing. But if you want to use them, they're there and not that hard to make. And I am having all sorts of trouble grabbing these apples, aren't I? Anyways, let's duck in here and see what Beetle has for sale. Hey, I don't believe I've made your acquaintance. The name's Beetle, but you can call me... Actually, let's just stick with Beetle. But even if you forget my face, you can remember me by my beetle-shaped backpack. Despite these dangerous times, you'll find me traveling all over Hyrule to fulfill your shopping needs. I stock many special bugs and must-have items for travelers, and I always charge a fair price, or my name's not Beetle. I also buy all sorts of things, if you're in need of rupees. Gemstones in particular fetch a high price. How can I help you today? And this guy is going to be the guy we buy and sell most of our stuff to and from. Well, when we sell stuff. Now, to show just how much of an impact that cooking the meats can have and how many of them you use, we have 7 steaks, or 7 raw meats, which sell for 8 rupees each. We also have a seared steak, which is just the raw meat cooked, for 12 rupees. We already see 4 additional rupees from that. And because I just prefer mostly taking my time, I'll sell this for a little more money. Wow! Probably not going to need more than... That's way more than I need, and it's worth quite a bit of money. But that's not going to be the end of this. If I just run out here and cook up some of the ingredients you have, I'm just going to focus on cooking up the meats because that's worth the most right now. Those can restore a whole lot of health. But more importantly, if you run back in, instead of being worth 8 rupees for the raw or 12 rupees cooked, these are now going to be worth... Wow! Oh. Sure. Wasn't going to use that anyways, and I get a new recipe out of it. I really was not expecting that. Anyways. Now that I've cooked up the meat, you can see, instead of just being worth 5 times, or only about 60 rupees, those 5 meats that I cooked are now worth 120, which is a massive profit over just selling them individually. And that's generally how you're going to be making money in this game. Go out, hunt up a bunch of meat, and sell it for quite a few rupees. Now, doing that takes up a lot of arrows, so you're going to want to restock on them. The arrows times 5 don't really get you any of a discount, but if you ever find him carrying 10 arrows at a time, that does give you a pretty good discount. And yeah, I'll go ahead and take all of those. Eats up most of the rupees I earned. That does give me a boatload of rupees, so... It's still not going to be quite enough for everything I want, so let's see. That'll give me 50. As you can see, the fruit and mushroom stuff isn't worth nearly as much, so don't even bother trying to collect those for selling. Yeah, that should put me pretty close to what I want, but I'm going to go ahead and sell a couple of ambers. Amber is really common along the way, so you don't have to worry about getting rid of too much of it. if you want more money, you can sell the extra bokoblin stuff that you have. But I'd hold on to that for the moment. That takes care of all the shopping I want to do. So, let's see. And that's a pretty good length of time for a video. Next time, I'm going to go grab something that'll help speed things up a little bit. At least get us from face to face a little bit faster. And hopefully get to Kakariko Village. But we'll see how far we get when we get there. Until then, Magius out.